Welcome to Leaf Matters, the show where Leaf fans matter. Now here are your hosts, Matteo and Michael.
Thanks, Bish. So, Matteo, you and I we're driving in to the studio today, and we drop off at the MasterCard Center and you're there fairly often.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to check out. Some of the Leafs were skating. Marlies weren't there after losing.
We had a big guest lined up from the media today. We're coming in to talk future Leafs.
Exactly.
And what happens?
And the announcement is made that
Brian Burke is fired. Man.
Well, and this is the thing, and we're going to talk about the timing of it. But
what the hell is going on, Michael? This is like craziness or what?
Well, no, I don't know. You know what? I don't think it is craziness. I understand what you're saying, and I know why some people would feel that initially, but I think we've got to look at it in context. Okay,
yes, MLSE context. It fits into the Gong Show they've been building.
Okay. Maybe I look at it a little bit differently. Burke, I mean, he's been fired before. Not that, I mean, this whole industry is about being fired.
A GM is a job that you're going to get fired from. We all know that.
But less the GM. I mean, coaches are hired to be fired. GMs usually can convince ownership. They'll go through most of them 2 or 3 coaches before they get axed ultimately. But Burke only lasted 1 year in Hartford. He had a bad falling out in Vancouver, ended there. Now, we know he won in Anaheim, but he was there a short while, won a Stanley Cup with a team that, again, with some pieces he added, but largely built by his predecessor, Brian Murray. So I'm simply trying to give context here. 4 years. I think you can make a case, Matteo, that he's been here now over 4 years because he came in November of 2008. We're now in January of 2013, and yes, there was a lockout, which will end up cutting this season in half. But in the 4 years that he was here in charge of the team, they did not make the playoffs. And so
listen, his record.
If you just want to go by the record, you can say
you can make a case for him being fired. Yes,
absolutely.
Based upon his record.
I think there's more to it than that. I think there are issues.
But I still don't understand the timing. I still don't understand that. If you think, and I think the opening clip was that once you have made a decision that you have to move forward on it. Well. What changed between the end of last year and the beginning of this year to make ownership think this is a good time to do that?
Well, I'll
what
tell you one
in the last
thing.
107 days?
Okay, well, what's changed?
Or 115 days of the CBA?
Well, I don't know about that, but what's changed since the end of last season, of course, is the new ownership.
Or at the beginning of this season. Remember, we had 10 days of training camp or whatever at the beginning of the season before they went on the lockout, right? Before the lockout, there was some training camp, or it was just the beginning.
No, it was informal stuff with the guys. Okay. It was informal stuff. But I'm saying, yes.
You know what I mean, right? We're right up onto the season before the lockout happens, right?
But again, we're talking new ownership. It's still Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, but it's not the pension plan folks anymore. We're talking about. I mean, everybody owns everybody, but Bell, Globe, Media, whoever they are,
right? Okay,
and Rogers. And I mean, who knows? This is my point. Burke is one of these larger than life personalities,
and the face of our organization for the last 4 years, right?
And you know what my argument is? That's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing.
If your general manager is your not best, that's not the right word.